As some of you may know, in September, Liz and I read Alchemized by Senlin Yu, and it was quite literally life-changing, quite literally the best book of the year I have read. I think it's going to be the best book of the last probably 5 years that I've read. I don't know what else to say. I just think it's a phenomenal book. That's a great thing. That's an amazing thing. I'm so lucky to have the ability to say that I've read one of my all-time favorite books most recently. However, it has put me in the first reading slump I have ever been in as an adult. I have read one of the most dense, traumatizing, heartbreaking novels ever, and no matter what I try and read, I'm having a hard time. So let me tell you where we're at. After I finished Alchemized, I very quickly reread the last half of If It Makes You Happy. 5 stars, I'm obsessed. It did scratch a romance itch that I really needed to be scratched right when I finished Alchemized, but I'm not really counting that as getting me out of my slump because I had already given the book 5 stars before I finished Alchemized. Then I tried to hop into Lucky Day by Chuck Tingle. Not in the mood. I think it's gonna be good, not in the mood. Then I tried to pick up our Sunbound Book Club book for October, which is A Resistance of Witches by Morgan Ryan. And while I can say that this book is going to be at least 4 stars for me, keep putting it down. I'm reading like 3 chapters at a time. And for me, it's not good. This week, I have finally been able to pick up. And let me tell you what I did. The second time I tried to pick up Resistance of Witches and it wasn't going well, and I knew that I was the problem and my reading slump was the problem, I hopped in to crisis mode, okay? And I thought to myself, how am I gonna do this? So what I did was hop back to a 5-star book that doesn't take a super long time to read, and that kind of itched that dark academia, kind of just like darker romance kind of vibe that I was really wanting to carry forward. And that, if you know me, you know, is Nocticadia by Carrie Lake. So I read that in about a day and a half, and I felt marginally better. And then I went to the beacon of all things quick read, all things guaranteed spice, all things guaranteed humor, Ellie Hazelwood. I picked up Mate and I read it in just a couple of days. I actually finished it yesterday and I had an outstanding time, and it really brought like all the humor, all the romance, like I said, everything I was looking for to kind of pick me back up, reset my brain, and reacclimate me into books that are not 1100 page dark war books. And it worked. I'm not saying that will work for everyone, but what I have learned, pick up an old favorite, pick up something quick, and pick up something guaranteed for you to have fun. Those are my 3 tips. Today I picked up A Resistance of Witches and I started flying through it, annotating, highlighting, much more like myself. But yeah, hopefully I don't go through another reading slump anytime soon, but I would be willing to make that sacrifice if that meant I got to read a book as good as Alchemized. Love you all. Talk soon. Bye.